So with that, I'm going to invite Rod to come up and join me.
Thanks, Paul. It's good to be here.
Hey, good to see you.
So what I'd like to do is just give a very, very short demo of just how easy it will be combining the strengths of VMware and SpringSource, just how easy it will be to move from code to cloud. That we will make this possible in a matter of minutes, or indeed, probably as I think you'll see this morning, even seconds. So what I have here is as a starting point, some SpringSource developer technologies. So of course, developer technologies are what SpringSource cut its teeth on, so to speak. So here we are in SpringSource Tool Suite, which is our free Eclipse distribution that's the best environment for Spring development. So what we have here is a HTML page, or rather a JSP, from an application. I could go and make any change I like here, clearly, but I'm just going to show you something that will have a very quick impact. So here, I have some text about come back tomorrow. So I'm going to add a little bit of information here. Come back tomorrow and attend Steve Herod's keynote to see this deployed to the public cloud. So now I'm going to save this. And here on the left, with a very familiar Eclipse paradigm, if you're a Java developer, you can right-click here, and on your application, you have a menu choice called Run As. Some of these things are going to be familiar. So for example, running tests, running as an application. For example, depending on how your environment is configured, you may be able to deploy to a local server like a Tomcat or any application server of your choice. But what you will notice here is that there are some new choices that we've been able to add through the partnership activities previously between VMware and SpringSource, which now should go to the next level. So here we have three interesting choices. Deploy to external cloud. So for example, deploying to a cloud that one of our partners may operate using our technologies. Deploy to internal cloud, where you would deploy to vSphere technologies within your firewall. And deploy to local system with a cloud icon as well.
Local system, that's a new one on me.
This is the smallest possible cloud, Paul. This is the cloud that's sitting here on a workstation installation on the local box.
So you wouldn't even have to ask IT for that. You could be your own IT organization.
That's true. You can run your own very, very private cloud. Can we coin very private cloud?
Very private cloud. There it is.
So I'm going to go to the private cloud rather than the very private cloud. I'm going to check this to deploy to internal cloud. So this is going to do some work packaging up not just Spring Framework components, but SpringSource middleware components such as servers. And it's actually going to, when I switch into the vSphere client, I can see interesting things are happening in vSphere because this is actually going to talk to vSphere. What we're doing is putting a full middleware stack on our virtualized installation. And when this is complete, you should see a screen pop up showing that that application is actually live.
So this is trying to get at the automation of that build-run cycle so that we can really get that to be a much more seamless activity.
Absolutely, and doing it in a way that developers are very familiar with. So we can see here we've actually got that change that I made. So I added the information that it was in Steve Herod's keynote. That code is now deployed on the cloud. One final point, when we looked at this, it was done in a way that was familiar for developers. It was done in a way that they understand in Eclipse. These choices on this menu here are similar to things developers do every day, and they're all completely consistent. So we aim to provide a seamless experience where deploying to an external cloud, an internal or private cloud, or the newly minted very private cloud is very consistent.
Removing complexity, that's our business. Thanks a lot, Rod.
Thank you, Paul.
Next time, we'll ask you to play the piano.